My name is Michael Kerner from the University of Technology, Sydney, currently studying my final year of marine biology. Today I will talk about the slowing of the oceanic conveyor belt due to oceanic temperature increase influenced by climate change and its adverse effects on regional upwelling and primary production. The oceanic conveyor belt, also known as the thermohaline currents, are a fundamental component of the ocean's dispersal of nutrients worldwide, as well as the control of the globe's northern and southern climates, regulating weather patterns and maintaining a state of global norm. This system begins its life in the northern Atlantic, where warm waters flowing north from the equator meet the colder solar waters of the northern Atlantic Ocean. As these warmer waters begin to cool, its density increases, causing this high volume of nutrient-poor water to sink towards the ocean's floor. The energy of this cooling denser water moving towards the seafloor drives the existing colder nutrient-rich waters southwards, therefore creating a current-like effect, allowing for these cold waters to disperse around the globe. Once these colder nutrient-rich waters move further south and begin to mix with the warmer waters of the Pacific and Indian Oceans, they begin to rise, scientifically known as regional upwelling, allowing nutrients to be brought to the surface, driving primary production and influencing fish aggregations and stocks. These waters then slowly begin their way northwards towards the Atlantic Ocean, where this 500-year global mixing process begins once again. This oceanic process is vital for the continuation of nutrient and carbon cycles which allow basic life such as phytoplankton to survive, which are the basis of our ocean's food webs today. Although this process of the oceanic conveyor belt is at great risk of the ever-growing concerns of oceanic temperature increase due to global warming, potentially slowing down or halting the oceanic conveyor belt due to the change in ocean temperatures, an increase in ice melts, triggering disrupting currents, stimulating adverse effects on regional upwelling, primary production, as well as changes in the northern and southern climates. If these processes cease to continue, it could spell disaster for the Earth's climate, as well as biological and oceanic processes. The oceanic conveyor belt has shown signs of a decreased speed of warm water travelling over the equator northwards over the past 13 years, since 2004. And with an ever-increasing change of atmospheric conditions influenced by global warming, this reduction in movement will continue and grow in severity. The major biological issue with a reduction in speed and movement of the oceanic conveyor is a decrease in downwelling, therefore restricting the amount of available oxygen being carried to the depths, creating anoxic zones, also known as dead zones. Marine fish species generally cannot live in aquatic environments with oxygen saturation less than 30%, meaning these dead zones will negatively influence the surrounding biota of the deep pelagic regions. A major concern is the decrease in upwelling that will occur, resulting in a decrease in nutrients brought to the surface, reducing the amount of overall productivity of primary producers, such as phytoplankton, introducing a bottom-up effect, whereby with a drop in primary production, a drop in overall fishery production ensues. Having major effects on the surrounding biota within the region, influencing a change in food webs, potentially creating trophic cascades or community shifts, spelling disaster for the ocean's biological communities. If our greenhouse gas emissions do not reduce and we continue fueling the process of global warming, in turn increasing the ocean's average temperatures, the oceanic conveyor belt will eventually stop. If this happens, major global disturbances will occur, including imminent disruptions in downwelling and regional upwelling, biogeochemical cycling, and ecosystem dynamics, reducing net primary production and phytoplankton abundance and growth rates due to a lack in the transportation of nutrients through upwelling processes. A reduction in ocean carbon uptake, potentially worsening the effects of oceanic temperature increase, ocean stagnation and production of large dead zones, as well as significant climate changes in the northern and southern climates. Scientific data has suggested that due to a lack in ocean circulation, the southern climates such as Antarctica and the Southern Ocean will increase in overall temperature, whereas northern climates such as Europe, North America and North Atlantic will experience long periods of freezing conditions. Several models, such as GIS satellite imagery, have shown an overall increase in average sea surface temperature covering most of the globe's oceans, beginning 1910, although a relatively sharp rise beginning 1970 to present, with models predicting a constant rise in the average sea surface temp following the business as usual climatic outlook model. It seems almost certain this rise will have direct effects on the oceanic conveyor belt, therefore affecting the transportation of cold water nutrients through upwelling, declining the production of phyto and zooplankton, the basis of the ocean's food webs. Although, with climate change mitigation strategies, the effects of global warming can be reduced or prevented, restoring our changes on the climate and once again creating happy and productive oceans.